who goes to Gehinnom? I'm trying to imagine who's in Gehinnom. Who? I can think about 6 people.
Right.
If there should stand up in your midst a prophet or a dreamer of a dream, and he will produce a sign or a wonder, and the sign or the wonder comes about, meaning this guy just made a miracle. He didn't say he's going to make a miracle. He did it. Something extraordinary happened. You saw it. Of course, people are going to follow him. People say, oh, he's the MaShiach. He's this. They'll even go as far as saying he's part of God or he is God in human form. The Torah says, of which he spoke to you saying, let us follow gods of others that you did not know, and we shall worship them. Meaning that this miracle worker is not satisfied by simply making a miracle and having people follow him. He now wants to steer you off of what the Torah actually says. Torah says to fear Hashem. He says, no, don't be afraid. Torah says serve Hashem. He says, no, Hashem needs you. The Torah says to follow the mitzvot. And he tells you, no, Hashem loves you no matter what. And what about punishment? As the most recent degeneracy and degradation of the heretic Friedman came out recently, as I've always told you, he's going to continue getting worse. In recent years, he went from God needs you to God has an arm, God has a head. Punishment in the Gehinnom is only a maximum of 1 year, but really it's not really so much of a punishment, because how can you burn a soul? And anyway, it's limited. Now in his most recent podcast, that he was literally murdered a person spiritually in 5 minutes. He says, when I think about Gehinnom, I ask, who's even going to be in it? Who's going to even get punished? Because surely before everybody dies, they regret things about their life. So that's TeShuva, he says. And if not, they had a Yom Kippur every year. So who's going to be in Gehinnom? 5, 6 people? And as foolish as that sounds, the podcaster, who is a lifelong Chassid, lived in a house, a community of Chassidut, who before this show, before this, believed in fear of Hashem, believed in Gehinnom, believed in reward and punishment. That's how he grew up his whole life. In those 5 minutes, he became an apikos, a heretic, and lost his olam haba. Because he accepted it. He agreed with it. And even more so, he publicized it. Literally, if you had spiritual eyes, you would see this young man's soul scream out to the heavens as it's being murdered in the most vicious possible way. Where Friedman literally takes his heresy to the next level of wickedness. Not only what he said in the past, it wasn't enough that he minimized Gehinnom and punishment to only 1 year and only this and only, no, now it's no one's even going to be in there. Only 5, 6 people? Everyone, the Mechalel Shabbat, the idol worshiper, the adulterer, the thief, the Nazis, everyone. I'm sure they're apologetic about their life before they die. So Anyway, and if not that, they had Yom Kippur. So that's it. No one's going to go to Gehinnom. It must be a boring place. There's nothing there. And yet, those videos get countless people to watch them, to follow them, to agree with them. Literally, a nes lera'ah, a wonder of evil.
The world a better place, a more comfortable place. Like I said, validating people, so many people that need it. Because I think that a lot of people are hurting, a lot of people are definitely searching. People are changing, they keep on evolving and growing, and they're looking for information. That's I think how I bumped into your videos. Like, I was searching something about, I think it was the first about dying or Gehinnom or stuff like that, and they're like, Rabbi explains why you won't go to hell, okay? All right? And it was really comforting.
So let me ask you a question. Talking about Gehinnom, yeah? Yisudim erase your Avedis, right?
Yeah.
Who doesn't have Yisudim? Yom Kippur erases Avedis.
Yeah.
TeShuva erases Avedis. Every person before he dies probably does TeShuva.
Okay.
Ask any guy.
Yeah.
If you could live again, would you do the same thing? You said, no.
Right.
That's TeShuva.
Right.
So by the time you die, you did TeShuva, you had Yisudim, and you had Yom Kippur. Then dying erases, right?
Yeah.
Misa mekaperes.
So what are you left with?
Who goes to Gehinnom?
Those who make it a living hell.
Wait, I'm not even finished yet. Avram Avinu sits by the door of Gehinnom, and anyone who had a bris lost a nishtaran.
But they didn't tell me this, Nachayder.
Welcome to the real world.
Wow.
So really, who's in Gehinnom?
I don't know.
If you do an Aveda b'shegig, you don't go to Gehinnom. So do you know anybody who didn't have a Yom Kippur, didn't have Yisudim, didn't die?
Right. You're basically saying that even according to the system that might have installed the fear, in that system of the fear of Gehinnom, there's also like a very much kapura already till you get to the system, to the system's Gehinnom. I never thought about it.
I'm trying to imagine who's in Gehinnom. Who? I can think about 6 people.
Right. Okay, that just took off a huge burden. Wow. I feel lighter.
Says the Torah, you're going to have these false prophets, these dreamer of dreams, that will make wonders and tell you to go in a different way than the Torah. The Torah says, do not hearken to the words of that prophet or to that dreamer of a dream, for HaShem your God is testing you to know whether you love HaShem your God with all of your heart and with all of your soul. HaShem your God shall you follow, in him shall you fear. His commandments shall you observe, and to his voice shall you hearken. Him shall you serve, and to him shall you cleave. And that prophet and that dreamer of a dream shall you put to death, for he had spoken perversion against Hashem your God, who takes you out of the land of Egypt and who redeems you from the house of slavery, to make you stray from the path on which Hashem your God has commanded you to go, and you shall destroy the evil from your midst. Here, says the Chafetz Chaim, is not a new thing. When you see these false prophets, these Nevi'eh Shekel, succeed This is the will of Hashem. He says, this is the will of Hashem. Why? As the verse says, Hashem is testing you. And to clarify, says the Chafetz Chaim, that it could happen that soon as a false prophet rises in order to steer people away, he will use some type of wonder, some type of miracle, some type of something impressive. As if to tell you, tomorrow the sun will not set. And from heaven, meaning Hashem, will give him the power that it will work. The sun will not set. Yitkelmu dvarav. V'achama ta'amod. The sun will stay in where it is. It won't set. Because he said it. Hashem is empowering him. Why? Ki menaseh Hashem etchem. Because HaKadosh Baruch Hu is testing you.
Wird Deutschland sein Ziel erreichen. Wir standen nicht im Schützengraben und nicht im Trommelfeuer der Granaten,